Once more again, as usual, my people, I want to say welcome. We continue to state the requirements for international teachers to teach in the USA. We've talked about a number of them. For now, I want to talk about what you're calling financial statement. Why is it a requirement? Because for the J1 exchange visitor visa program, they will require financial statement as part of the visa application process. And the reason for this is because they want to know, are you financially stable? Mostly because most of the organizations, most of the visa sponsor organization to come and teach in USA, they don't sponsor your air ticket. Even the schools, they don't sponsor your air ticket, they don't sponsor your accommodation. So for the first 1 or 2 months that you are in the USA, you are supposed to be able to pay for your accommodation. What most schools do is they just assist you to get the apartment. But then now for the apartment, maybe you can be lucky to get a colleague working within the same school. Then you pair up and then you live in the same apartment. But matters the payment of the apartment, that is on you as an individual. Your transportation cost, that is on you as an individual. And that is one of the major reasons, as you see, that you see many organizations will want to insist, and even schools during the interviews, they will ask you, are you able to get this amount of money in your bank account? So that is the reason as to why they will require you to have a good financial statement to show that you have this amount of money to enable you to survive on your first months before you receive your payment. So visa requirement. J1 exchange visitor visa, if you are applying to teach under the J1 common for international teachers participating in exchange programs, you might need to show evidence of sufficient financial resources. And that is the reason as to why we are supposed to talk about financial statement. This is to help you to plan. This is to help you to arrange your things ready. That as much as you're looking at the documents, as much as you're looking for the jobs, also at the back of your mind, remember that then you will require to provide sufficient proof for money. And this one is for both J1 exchange visitor visa and H1B visa. So if you're coming to teach under any of these two types of visas, you will seek to demonstrate your own financial stability. So what are some of the documents that you may need to provide to show that you have enough funds to support you, especially your first 1 month before you receive your first pay? Because remember, no employer will pay you for work that has not been done. Payment will only start once you start working. And that payment will start on the date that has been written on your employment letter or on your job offer. So some of the documents that you may need to provide are what you're calling the bank statement. A recent statement from your bank showing your savings and income to prove that you can financially sustain yourself in the USA for the duration of your visa. So either maybe you're employed, maybe you're a business person, maybe you have your own source of income, all that can be shown through a bank statement. If not that one, an affidavit of support, if you have a sponsor or a relative or an institution that will be willing or are willing to support you, then we are saying that the states will also need to show proof by providing what you're calling an affidavit of support. Sponsorship letter, if a school, a government program, or other entity is sponsoring your visa, they may provide a letter showing their financial responsibility for your stay. Also, if it is an institution, an organization, or even a relative, they will need to write sponsorship letter to show that. Then tax returns. Some programs may ask for proof of your income or financial stability by requesting tax returns for the last 1 to 2 years. So also, while in your home country, you never know which organization you're going to meet or you're going to work with. So it is good to have all these statements put together. Then schools' financial responsibility. For certain visa types such as the H-1B, the sponsoring school must demonstrate that they meet your salary needs and are financially stable. This includes providing that the school is capable of paying the required salary according to the US labor laws. So anybody who is employing here, they must be able to pay that particular amount of money per annum that has been written in your financial, in your letter of employment. Also, apart from that, we are saying that they have the financial resources to meet the terms of your employment contract. So, cost of living consideration. So, some of the states, living consideration is considered from one state to another. For example, if you are going to teach or work in New York or San Francisco, these are states whereby the living costs tend to be very high. So if you're a teacher and you're negotiating about going to work in New York or San Francisco, then prepare that there the living costs tend to be very high because these are very big cities. So those are some of the things that you have to put behind your mind as you choose the state where you're going to work. Then rural areas or smaller towns or smaller cities, they tend to have living cost that is typically lower, which may reduce the amount of financial proof needed. So where your school is will also determine how much money or how much financial proof are you supposed to provide. Other considerations: health insurance. Some visa programs like the J1 may require proof of health insurance coverage right while you are still in your home country. Before you even travel, you are supposed to show that you have health insurance coverage. In USA, health is very expensive. So what they require from you is that you provide a health insurance that in case you are in the US and you get sick, your medication is taken care of. Then tuition for dependents. If you have dependents, for example, a spouse or a child that are traveling with you, you may also need to demonstrate financial capability to cover their education and living costs in the US while you come with them. So this is why it is normally encouraged that if you are planning to travel with your family, then you've got to ensure that you have enough financial stability and capability to take care of them. So what you're supposed to have, ensure you have a bank statement or proof of personal saving, an affidavit of support if someone else is paying for you, then also employment letter from the school indicating salary and job offer details, tax returns or proof of income, financial letter from the visa sponsor for J1 visas. It is important to check with the specific schools or either way programs or as per the financial requirement. Documentations might vary from one visa type to another. Either way, ensure you have something in your bank account as much as you are trying to look for this particular job offers to teach abroad, whether it is in Canada, Germany, UK, USA. The requirements are more or less the same. At the end of this particular video, in the comment section, we will give you the requirements for financial statement, so that apart from watching, you can also read through as you prepare, as you plan. Until then, always remember to hit that subscription button, like for us, comment for us, and we really appreciate you being around. Thank you so much.